The time has come for Marvel News, so sit down, shut up, and menopause.
Written with the finger of God.
Marvel News, Episode 60, Death by Snuggie.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Marvel News.
Marvel News, which is coming to you from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics, including all Marvel comics, are always 15% off every day for everyone. This is an entire Marvel Universe edition of Marvel News, and the first story we have up is the aftermath of Spider-Man, One Moment in Time. Bo, how has the world changed?
In case folks didn't realize it, the end of this little arc in Spider-Man,
It was a big arc.
well, 4 issues.
It was a huge arc.
It was 4 issues.
But the ramifications of it.
By agreeing
Gravitas.
to Mary Jane.
Seed.
See, this is why we'll never get this segment in the amount of
What?
time.
Today,
By agreeing to Mary Jane's
Yes.
terms, Mephisto ended up wiping himself from ever being involved in their lives, and so parts of One More Day never happened, such as Aunt May in the hospital and dying. She doesn't die because Peter's there to make sure she doesn't die. Also, only Mary Jane and Peter Parker remember that he unmasked as part of Civil Wars. That is something that if you read it and you notice it, you're going, I didn't think about that, but that's it. Mephisto never was there.
Mephisto's a moron, not too far this at a
He
time.
got screwed by his own game.
And you know what? None of that was in this story. This is all.
Yes, it was.
This is all. By the way,
Yes, it was.
it was. I don't remember reading that part.
Did you read all 4 issues?
Yes, I read all 4 issues.
And how did it end?
It ended.
Yeah.
Well, it ended with the two of them sitting on a couch together
Right,
talking.
which means that the stuff in One More Day never really happened.
So you're just jumping to the conclusion that Mephisto doesn't
Actually,
remember
Joe
this.
Quesada said that Mephisto doesn't remember it. And since he's the guy who wrote it, I tend to trust
It
his
would have been
judgment.
nice if you'd actually put it in the story. Mephisto's sitting there going, "I forgot something. What did I forget?"
Actually, what's going to be cool? They're going to trade these things together. They're going to put Omit and One More Day in a trade together. So you're going to notice the differences between what happened in that limited series and this limited.
Okay. Thor, Heaven and Earth, which is not this, but Thor,
Big Thor, Big
but
Thor.
Thor, Heaven and Earth is a
It's an
miniseries that's coming up in May 2011, and each issue explores what?
Thor concept of Thor in Asgard. It'll be written by Paul Jenkins, who did just the same thing with Captain America.
One writer.
The artists on these will be Ariel Olivetti, Mark Texeira, Pascal Alexi, and Steven Segovia.
Different
They'll
artist
also be-
every book.
Different artist every book. It'll be shipping about every 3 or 4 months. But he's going to do the same thing with Thor that he did with Captain America. And I think after that he's going to move on Iron Man, perhaps.
How many ongoing titles does this make Thor?
No, it's not an ongoing.
It's a miniseries.
It's a
Don't
limited
they have
series.
like 3 going already?
No, well, Thor's pretty popular. You know,
Asgard,
you got the
lightning
movie.
strikes, and
Have you ever wondered what's going on with Doctor Strange? I know, I think every day about what's
Doctor
going on
who?
with Doctor
No,
Strange.
no, he's not Doctor
Stevens.
Strange.
Well,
He's
Steven.
Stevens.
No, he's still a doctor. He's a medical doctor. That makes him a doctor.
He can't
Doctor
do
Strange.
surgery.
No, he can't. But he's still a doctor. I don't think that they were. I don't think they revoke your medical degree just because you can't do surgery. He went to school. He got
He's
the
a
degree.
surgeon who can't
He's
work.
a goddamn doctor.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, if you've been wondering like me what's going on with Doctor Strange, be sure to pick this up because you're about to find out.
Future arcs of New Avengers will show the development of Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange. It's both
This is Avengers,
it's
by the
same
way.
thing. They all cross over. You grabbed the
He picked the book.
'Cause New Avengers is
He
right-
picked the books.
See? New Avengers.
And this was with it. Okay, fine.
You can hold them both up. The story's
Doctor
actually
Strange
fun.
didn't even.
You can have Stephen Strange basically sort of develop a new identity. You'll also show who'll be the Jarvis of New Avengers, what
be
role
Stephanie
Victoria
Strange.
Hand will play in the New Avengers, who's paying the bills, and we found out because this is the weekend of New York Con. Guess who the nanny is for Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' baby?
I don't know.
Black Widow.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
Girl, girl, that's right.
Squirrel Girl's watching the kid.
And where does Squirrel Girl put her nuts?
That's a good point. And of course, the next arc of New
Squirrel Girl
Avengers
has
will
no nuts of her
show
own.
that the team is not happy about the fact that the Hood is right now looking for the Infinity Gems. You're going,
Uh-oh.
wait a minute. Bendis said he's going to do something with the Infinity Gems a couple years ago. This is where you find out. And after, not only they stop him from finding the Infinity Gems, you know, the Illuminati, remember those guys?
Yes, I remember
The
the
secretive
Illuminati.
guys that
Yes.
nobody knows about?
Yes.
That won't be the case anymore because everyone's going to know they exist. And that's going to cause some serious problems.
Well, I also remember he did an Illuminati miniseries, and one of the points behind the miniseries was every issue stopped off at a big major event in the Marvel Universe and showed how the Illuminati affected that event, and one of those events was the Infinity Gems.
Right. But
The
now,
Infinity War.
the
Infinity
entire
War.
Marvel Universe will find out who they are, what they're doing, and they won't be happy about it.
The next story we have is Avengers Academy and Spider-Girl Annual and Young Allies Annual, all of which are going to be combined.
This is something that's going on in both Marvel's doing this and DC are doing this. They're going to be connecting all the annuals. Marvel's connecting those 3 annuals in an arc that takes all those characters and puts them in arcades. Murder World. So he's going to try to kill all the kids. This will be written by Paul Tobin. There'll be 3 different artists for all 3 annuals, but Paul Tobin's writing all 3. This is a plan that both companies are doing next year. They're going to be connecting a whole bunch of annuals to create this big, huge, happy family thing.
Happy family thing.
Right.
Okay. Captain America, there's going to be an astonishing, he's astounding too, an astonishing Captain America miniseries. God only knows why, outside of being able to do it, but they're doing it.
Andy Diggle?
Yes.
Eddie Granoff? They're doing a 5-issue limited series, which basically will show Steve Rogers, Captain America, as being a major league badass.
He's a major league badass.
Guess what he's going to be?
He's a badass.
He's going to be going out and kicking the shit up.
But he won't be wearing his costume. He's going to be wearing that sort of patriot-y type.
He's wearing the costume. Now, Diggle wanted to make a point. He says, well, people go, is this connected to the movie because this is the movie costume? He goes, no. This isn't connected to the costume. Granoff did develop the costume, but it has nothing to do with the movie. It's just an astonishing arc with Captain America.
Okay. And the last story we've got is Fantastic Four number 587, the issue which will culminate in the 3 storyline. Yes, the 3 storyline.
This is 583.
And if you want to find out, if you want to stand in my store and find out what happens on the last page.
And see who dies?
Sorry, ain't going to happen.
Marvel's putting it in a black bag. They're calling it the death bag, and you won't be able to open it. So
who else has done this before? I don't remember.
I remember.
Will it be black with a 4 on it with blood dripping
Will
off
Superman
it?
be in it too? You think Superman will be in it?
I still don't think they're killing anybody off.
They should,
I don't care if they're black bagging it or not.
But
I do not think they're killing anybody, except maybe for Valeria. I think Valeria, if anyone's going to go on the chopping block, it's going to be her.
One of the 4.
That's fine. That's fine. I think there'll be a death. I think it'll probably be Valeria, but one of these 4 will not be dead at the end of the book. I think something terrible will happen to one of these 4.
I'm thinking Ben Grimm is the one taking the dirt nap.
No, Ben Grimm. Of the four, the Thing is the most popular. The Human Torch is the legacy character. The Invisible Woman. Okay. Well, no. Marvel's been doing the Year of the Woman. Marvel's been doing the Year of the Woman. They're not gonna grease her. Which means
they could pull the curve and kill off Reed, which would have a serious effect on the rest of the Marvel universe.
I don't think they're going to kill off Reed.
One of the 4 is dying. For at least a year, dying.
Okay, what's the point in killing him when you know they're bringing him back when they do the Fantastic Four movie?
How many Reed Richards are there right now?
I don't care.
There's about 75 of them.
No,
they're all over the multiple universes.
Marvel's got 98,000 Earths. That's how many Reed Richards you have.
You always drop his brain into something mechanical.
Yeah.
I think that what's going to happen. What's going to happen is
big brain.
Valeria is going to get killed. The 3 that I mentioned are going to stay alive. Something terrible is going to happen to Reed, primarily because Marvel is slopping over with smart guys in the Marvel Universe right now, and Reed is another one, and they have an excess. So they can afford to lose him as far as the brains of the Marvel Universe, because they've got all sorts of other people to take his place. The only other thing Reed's got going for him then is he's Plastic Man. And nobody really cares about that in the first place. So I think they're not going to kill him. I think they might do something to his brain.
I'm betting on Ben Grimm dying.
No, it's not going to be Ben Grimm.
Ben
Grimm is the most marketable of the 4.
Dying.
When do we find out?
In 587.
And 587, which will be black bagged.
Okay.
What, 584
That
coming
ship's when?
That ship's what? December?
Sometime like that.
September, January. Yeah.
Okay. And that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. You didn't think we could do all these.
I can't believe it.
We're done.
I am
finished. We're out of here.
shocked.
Ain't over yet.
We have got more Marvel news on the store's website. And where's the store's website at?
Sarah knows all these answers to all those questions.
You want me to give you the website? I'll give you the website. www.marvelsinnetrally.com. What's the big deal?
He knows other questions.
So, stop off at the store's website and check out all of the Marvel news that he sends me that I post up. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And Bo.
Saying, bye. Oh, too low.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.